Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. This is Friday. This is our weekly meal video upload with a twist. For anybody that watched the Wednesday container gardening update, you will know that we are currently displaced from our home. We were in the first wave of evacuations with the Lake George fire on Monday. So we're not home. However, I did take lots of video footage prior to being asked to or mandated to evacuate. So I am going to share that. We are currently staying with relatives. I do have a few little snips of some videos from there, but I'll be honest, not a lot. So the news is not dire. We have been evacuated, but as of now, there's still no structural damage for any of the people that have been evacuated in that fire. And we're hoping for some more positive news today with the fire that's currently out of control being brought under control. So enough about that. Let's get to what we had for some of our meals. Soup for lunch again. This soup is absolutely delicious. Amazingly delicious. So the handsome ones opened this up and was very surprised that it has olives in it. Now, the only time that we have ever purchased these was the last time that we got them at Gateway, but it was a different variety. Had ham and turkey or chicken, and it had two different kinds of cheeses. Now this, and we can't remember what was in the middle, but this one has two cheeses. This must be pepperoni. Handsome one has a bag in his hand, may I see. Genoa salami. And then it's got the crackers, so we'll let you know what we think. I really don't think it had olives in the other one. Little sandwiches. Crave dinner for the handsome one. KD Deluxe for me. I'm right in the midst of processing a bunch of food. We just need something quick that I don't need to have any prep space for. We cooked the handsome ones first, so he's already got his and is eating it. And this is mine, and it looks and smells great. Sometimes you just need those really fast, convenient items because you're busy doing something else. And right now I'm busy with my entire kitchen is in disarray with food all over the place because I'm doing stuff. So I needed this quick meal that didn't require countertop, the stove top, the sink, or anything else. All right, I'm set up here. This is my zucchini salsa recipe. One thing that you need to know about zucchini salsa is that the ratio is 2-to-1 zucchini to tomatoes. So for every 5 cups of tomatoes, you need 10 cups of zucchini. I typically double the batch. I know that some things you can't double. Zucchini salsa is not one of them. I am not going to know how much I'm going to make until, if it's going to be a single batch or a double, until I start measuring out the zucchini. I leave the skin on. When I cut it open, I will determine like what I need to do, take out the seeds, and we'll see how much I get from these 3, and then we'll go from there. This is what it looks like once you've taken the seeds out. So it looks like it's a lot, but once you take the seeds out, it's not as much. All right, that's 20 cups, double batch it is. So now I need 8 onions and 8 peppers. The recipe calls for 2 green, 2 red, so double, 4 green, 4 red. But I am just going to use the peppers that I have. I know I have one really large green one, a small one that fell off a plant outside, and then I have yellow and red. So I'll do 8 peppers, but it'll be a mix. All right, this is what we're going to use. This is the one that I mentioned in the grocery video that we cut a couple spots off of, and took it out of the box. These are really large peppers, so it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that little one. This is the equivalent of what I'm doing for 8. I chopped everything that I had setting out except that large bell pepper. This is plenty. All right, I ended up using that red bell pepper anyways. This is coarse pickling salt. I'm going to stir this in and then just put this in the fridge overnight. This dough has been in the freezer for a while, quite a while, and I'm thawing it, and I'm going to make a pizza. I didn't really know how the dough would turn out. It turned out okay. A couple of spots where I'm sticking, but in general, okay. I don't currently have any pizza sauce, so we are just going to use some pasta sauce and spice it. Season it. Season it. I'm just going to add some pizza spice. This looks great. There. Looks good. I've been craving pizza ever since I got this pepperoni in Flash Food. Yay! I topped the pizza with the pepperoni, onions, orange peppers, jalapenos, some tomato slices real thin, the cheese, and then I topped the cheese with Swiss chard, and I interchangeably use Swiss chard anywhere that I would use spinach, cooked or raw. Fresh. Cooked or fresh. This pizza is a thing of beauty, a work of art. I am so excited to eat it. We had breakfast for supper a couple nights ago, and left over there was 1 hash brown patty, 2 sausages, 2 English muffins left. So I'm going to make sandwiches today. I'm going to make little omelets to go on them. I'm going to add some red pepper. This is 2 pieces of Swiss chard and a piece of kale from the garden I'm going to cut up and put in it. Also some onions. Let's get that started. Oh yeah, and there's going to be cheese. I'm just reheating these in the oven. I need to cut up some onions for in this as well. Looking good. There's no reason that leftovers from supper can't be turned into lunch for today. So we're splitting the hash brown. We each have our own sandwich now. We just needed to cook the eggs, and we have some fresh berries as a side. Yummy breakfast. Lunch. Yummy lunch. All right, this is soaked overnight. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. Look, can you see right down in here? There's all kinds of liquid. So, got a strainer. I'll get this set up in the sink, and we'll just start putting this in, draining it, and then putting it in the big pot. So if you think soaking it doesn't really do much, just take a look at this. This is ready. Now I need to cut 10 cups of tomatoes. No, I do not take the skin off. I do not care about that. And I've been making salsa for 15 years, and it doesn't bother me or anybody else that eats it. So that's fine. We'll get that in here, and then we'll start adding the other ingredients. This is 8 cups. Now I just need 2 more. Let's try to get this stirred in now. Looking good. Let's get the rest of the ingredients in. The other ingredients I'm going to need: brown sugar, crushed red pepper flakes, garlic powder, nutmeg, cumin, dry mustard, tomato paste, vinegar, pepper, and cornstarch. 4 tablespoons, this is a double batch, of mustard powder. 2 tablespoons garlic powder. 2 tablespoons of cumin. 2 tablespoons of crushed red pepper flakes, 2 teaspoons each of nutmeg and black pepper, 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 cups of brown sugar, and 4 cups of vinegar. I stirred that all around. Now I need to add in the 2 cans of tomato paste. Now we just need to get this stirred in. This has to come to a boil and boil for 15 minutes, and then I can bottle it. I already have the bottles. I washed them in the dishwasher yesterday. I've got them in the oven right now. I like to put warm or hot salsa into hot bottles. I need to get the lids in water and on the stove. See, this is starting to look more like the salsa that you might recognize. I know I talk about zucchini salsa, but it looks just the finished product looks just like salsa and also tastes just like salsa that you're used to. I ended up with 7 liters and 1 500 milliliter. It's in the midst of it when it's hot and you're bottling it. It's too much for me to also try to take the videos. I did end up with a splatter burn. I don't even know if you can see this. So you can see 1, 2, 3 also splattered onto my knuckle here. Yeah, that was quite hot. It was boiling and a big blob of it just burst and splattered right on top of my hand, which was holding the wooden spoon. Not fun, but I am hoping that I'm going to be able to make at least one more double batch before the season kind of is over. I do have some produce that is ripening in my garden. It's just not ripe yet. We're going to have jalapeno cheddar burgers for supper tonight. We are going to make some of the dill slaw. I don't know if we're going to have the dill slaw on the burgers or beside the burgers, but whatever we choose is going to be great. I'm in slacking. The burgers are done and I haven't even started the slaw. It's been a busy day though. I've been busy. I guess it's slaw making time. I'm making half the package, so that the next time we eat it, I'll be making it, it'll be fresh as well. I decided to quickly throw these in. We'll give these a little cook. These are turning out good. Couple more minutes. This looks great. So we've got jalapeno burgers, dill slaw, and ricotta and spinach stuffed gnocchi. Yummy. For lunch today, I'm going to make oatmeal. We'll have it with brown sugar and some of the berries that I got at Gateway. Raspberries and blackberries. This looks delicious. The raspberries are not holding up well. The blackberries are holding up excellently. I am at my in-laws. These are the famous jalapeno Schneider's wieners. I brought them with us. Still at my in-laws, and we are having chili for supper. Randomly, the handsome one thinks this is crazy. I was last one out of the house. I was walking out the door. These were sitting all beautiful and pretty on the counter from when I had made them. There was a bag sitting there, so I just randomly quickly threw them in the bag and brought them with me. So, saved Salsa 2025. There you have it. I know it's not a lot, but that's what I've got this week. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate it if you would do so. It will help me. Like, shares, comments, they help me as well. And I think perhaps in the upcoming days, since I'm not really going to be able to do a container garden update, we're not there. We haven't really been buying tons of groceries, but I can touch base on the things that we have had to buy since we have been evacuated, and perhaps maybe touch base a little bit on what we, in hindsight, would have taken with us in addition to what we did. I hope you all have a great weekend. And I am praying for no wind and lots of rain.